as like a trans woman, we don't see positive romantic relationships where people love us on screen. So then it warps us to what we will accept, and our self-esteem. We need to push further to how we see ourselves, and making that more normal. And I think that art can do that. My name is Nyala Moon, and I am a filmmaker. A lot of the stories that I talk about or that I write and that I've made have been about like queer people and trans people in specific, and that's kind of my genre. And particularly like trans comedy and like telling the trans experience. If you're able to make the jokes about your experience, you control the narrative of it. People love comedy, and it's like feeding people medicine with the honey. A lot of my work in the beginning was like very melancholy, like this is the bones and the bits of being trans, the hard parts about it. And now I've like moved towards like trans people existing on film. Seeing me wanting to be in a relationship openly, like I had to really like work my brain around that, instead of, because it was something so taboo and it was unseen. And I think that like showing that on film and like just them existing way can help people who have those roadblocks, because if you don't see those things, it's very hard for you to see yourself. Some of like art that I've like really appreciated have those moments. They have those moments of connection, and I think that's like what centers the human experience, and it's so relatable, so humanizing for people to see that. And it's also refreshing for people to see that too. And a lot of the films that I love, like they have those human moments where like it's like a culture that I've never experienced before, and I want to add those moments so people can be like, I've had that moment with someone before, and the people who are having those moments don't look like me, but like I can relate to that experience. I started making films like almost 6 years ago, so it's been a long journey to even get to this point. I wouldn't have been able to do that if I didn't have friends who were just like, no, your voice is valid, your lens on the world is valid, and like people need to hear that.